There's nothing quite like riding your bike into the unknown areas, exploring places you've never been before, learning about them and discovering how they fit into the rich history of our country. Riding an adventure bike gives you a profound sense of freedom, a feeling that you are completely in touch with your surroundings. You can smell the grass and the trees and sometimes even taste the rain. As you move through different environments, you take them all in until you truly become one with nature. I sometimes feel that in our current society, we tend to lose the desire to connect, to meet new people, listen to their stories, learn from them, and then carry those lessons into our next adventure. And besides all the interesting characters you meet along the way, the road always throws in an obstacle or two. That's what creates an epic adventure. Battling through those challenges alongside your friend on his bike is an incredible feeling. And sometimes, just sometimes, when you least expect it, the road gets the better of you. But it's all about picking yourself up, wrestling that bike back into an upright position, and then doing it all over again. On our previous trip to Wakkerstroom, we were adamant about doing Ossewakop. Unfortunately, time ran out, but we swore we'd be back to take on that mountain. And this is where our adventure begins. Before every trip, we carefully plan our route and double check all our gear to ensure nothing is left to chance. Jaco just unboxed his new Insta360 X5 and was putting the hand gestures controls to test, which didn't go too well. With the bikes loaded and secured, we were ready to hit the road. This 4-day adventure was all about unfinished business. First up was Wakkerstroom with the elusive Ossewakop, the route that had managed to escape us on our last trip. On day 2, we'll load the bikes back onto the trailers and track through to Van Renen's Pass, where we've secured a beautiful spot at Wayford Farm. Day 3 sees us striking out from Wayford Farm and making tracks towards Maharaj, a legendary local spot serving up a phenomenal Indian cuisine, the ultimate fuel for a long stretch on the road. From there, we'll tackle a dirt road leading up towards the Beers Pass, opening the throttle and following whichever narrow, promising trails catch our eyes along the way. Unfortunately, this one was a dead end, so we had to go all the way back. From here, we hit the next turn off and followed the road signs that led us towards Collins Pass. The terrain turned wild and rugged, a network of little roads cutting through breathtaking landscape, crossing weathered bridges over pristine mountain streams. From Collins Pass, we descended the mountain, winding back down through the countryside towards Van Renen's Pass and making our way back to Wayford Farm. Before that, we still need to do Ossewakop, so let's get back to Wakkerstroom.
Ik kan niet uit niet, ik kan ook niet.
We had such an incredible time during our last day at Warblers Haven that we didn't hesitate to book it all over again. Once again, Alicia greeted us like old friends. If you're an adventure rider looking to conquer these trails, Warblers Haven isn't just a place to stay, it's an ultimate base camp. It was time to gear up and see if we could finally conquer these trails. Our target was Ossewakop, but with the sun dropping fast, the clock was ticking and running out of daylight was a mistake we couldn't afford to repeat. The last time we rode through here, the landscape was lush green and soaked with recent rain. Today, the dry faded terrain looked like completely unrecognizable. We kept searching for the elusive track climbing towards Ossewakop, but it was nowhere to be found. And as the daylight slipped away, the frustration was starting to set in. Now Jakke had just returned from a full month at sea on the rig, and it was clear he was still finding his land legs. Just as frustration was starting to peak, the terrain gave up its secret. We had found it, the rocky 4x4 line carving its way through up towards Ossewakop. Finally we made it to the top of Ossewakop. As daylight faded, we killed the engine, pulled out the cold one and toasted the ultimate sundowner over the valley. But it was only until I was editing this footage that the truth hit me. We hadn't actually reached the true summit. The real peak was still standing tall, just off to our right. So we will have to come back a third time. So what's nice about Warblers Haven is they've got an indoor braai facility. After a long, grueling day in the saddle, it's a perfect place to kick off your boots and unwind and recharge. While the DJI Neo 2 drone hovered overhead, capturing the cinematic shot of the braai, Jaco decided to take another crack at his hand gesture controls. Safe to say, he hasn't quite nailed it yet. The next morning with a slight bubblers, we head over to the famous Wakkerstroom Hotel for breakfast. That gave Jaco a perfect opportunity to sneak one of our stickers onto the front door window. After an excellent breakfast, it was time to say goodbye to Wakkerstroom and head towards Van Rennen's Pass, where Wayfoot Farm was waiting to host us for the next 2 nights. Well, day 2 brought wet weather, and because most of the time was spent on the road towing the bikes towards Van Rieren's Pass. Here's a quick look at our setup at Wayford Farm, a cozy, beautiful little cottage that offered a perfect shelter from the elements. And that brings us to the end of episode 1. Stay tuned for a quick snippet of episode 2, where we ride towards Collins Pass, tackle the Beers Pass, and explore the history of the Battle of Spioenkop, and then also visit the Kalfoot Vrouw. Thanks for watching.